Mysterio. Here I am. Where are you? What kind of trick is that?
No tricks, Spider-Man. I am Mysterio, and I'm going to destroy you. Spider-Man, you are...
To have you open your heart. You don't know what song we're doing.
If you feel like you wanna scream, if that's your way of letting out steam, then scream on. Then scream on. If you wanna say something to say, and talking is the only way. Rap on. Rap on.
And then he stopped. So yeah, it didn't look likable. Yeah, you got the next one. I'm ready. 3, 2, 1. What's going on YouTube? It is with a heavy heart that we bring this video to you. The last in our 3-video marathon. We're going to review probably one of the hottest battles of the year. It's going to be my pick for battle of the year probably, just to the extreme biasness of the situation. If you ain't guessed it, and if you ain't smart enough to read the fucking title, we're talking about Daylyt and Charlie Clips.
It's your boy City 510.
It's your nigga Uptown Jackson.
And we want to welcome you to Cloud City.
Some of you probably for the first and last time, and some of you for the last time.
Put that video out in any order.
I'm putting all of them out on the same day.
We put this on first, and then but yeah, we want to welcome you here, bitches and niggas.
Niggas and bitches, what's going on, motherfuckers? And the reason for all of this fucking pompous shit that we're doing is because I think we agree, after much deliberation and watching this battle way more times than we've watched any battle, just to make sure that we can say he hates when I do that. All right, let's review the battle. So we were there, and we were still fucking cognizant. We had all of our wits about us when this battle was going on. So we're gonna talk about Charlie Clips and Daylyt. First round, Charlie Clips goes first.
The nigga, you know what I'm saying? Charlie Clips, he kind of be on the predictable side. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start going. I wonder who Charlie Clips gonna battle. I wonder what he gonna say. So he do the West Coast scheme with the West Coast rappers. You know what I'm saying? He got your Snoop Dogg's and your Tupacs and your LBCs and your DJ Quicks and your MC Hammers and your Dog Pounds. You know what I'm saying? So that's the angle Charlie Clips got his first round. And then he had that whole little bulimic model eating half the tray shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit was hot. That was pretty fucking fire. And then he had the little Charlie Clips had the whole, I don't know, I'm pretty sure this first round he was writing, and I don't know, he said in his interview that he didn't know Daylyt was going to do what he was going to do, and these rounds was only supposed to do 2 minutes, so he didn't really have a whole bunch of shit in his first round, to me, it seemed like. Like, the nigga had the West Coast little thing, And that was like damn near half his round.
Should I use a 9, or automatic, or maybe the blade? Whatever I use, or push this bitch wig back. That's the lady of rage. I run up on him. I run up on him while he on stage. Call your DJ bitch. Turntables over. He try to run. I hope your DJ quit. This MC get the hammer right to his left eye. I give him 4 rounds. I ain't even bring my own gun to Cali. I got my dog pound. Give him all rounds.
He had the whole model eat half a tray, like I just said. And then he had like the whole half a day Daylyt shit where his son would catch him in school and then he'll shoot him and then his son would still be in school for the whole time but still see half a day, like half a Daylyt. And then the Absol TDE freestyle that he ended with.
Which is classic Charlie Clips. It's really hard to battle a nigga like Charlie Clips. Because this motherfucker is dope and there's always something to rap about. Even the fact that there's nothing to rap about. So, this motherfucker came with, like he said, he came with fucking classic Charlie Clips. Had it written, but then he came with the Absol. And the thing is, his fucking freestyles, for the most part, integrate so flawlessly into what he writes that, like, you're like, oh, that nigga just freestyled that shit because he didn't know Absol was gonna be there.
Or he could have knew. It could have been like Chilla Jones.
But it's highly doubtable.
But yeah, he freestyled it. So Charlie Clips, that was his short first round.
And then
Daylyt
at his first round. And Daylyt, I don't know how much of this Daylyt freestyle, but I'm pretty sure towards the end, I don't know if it's freestyling or he just has a fucking well of shit to draw from. But what did he have in his first round?
I would log in on Holmes. That's a cat.
Yeah. He did shit like that.
The Heat put Bordiggers to sleep than a Jigglypuff song.
So
246.
Like, he's doing what Daylyt does, which is fucking schemes and the wordplay. And once again, he takes them angles. Oh, were you passing that? Oh, fucking Asher. He's taking them schemes and angles that fucking Daylyt does. And yeah, they hitting. And then towards the end of his first round, this motherfucker just like kind of clicks and goes into like that spaz mode that he goes into.
When I'm the one who got the buzz, this is Lightyear type quiz. Nina won't leave that ass alone. She like the flirt, arm swing, teach you how to Dougie. You like the jerk, one shot. I said one shot, an air out his neck. You like the burp. Look wrong, I give you I-90. You like the chirp. That was a hardline pro. I like the perk. These niggas will be getting killed. They life a skirt.
He just starts saying all kinds of fucking crazy shit. It's just like, that's why I like Daylyt. Nigga, hit your grin to the fucking side of your face. That's a smirk. Pop the can on camera. You like to twerk. Fucking.
You can get the Mexicans. You like to work. That nigga was just, you can get Planet with a big round.
You like the earth.
That nigga had a whole bunch of shit. And then, like, I like the nigga when he had the 2 rocket launchers, boom, pocket locker, and then it's an NBA jam because it'll be boom, shakalaka. Like, Daylyt was delivering nigga shit for the world to listen to. You know what I'm saying? If you'd have listened to battle rap that first day, you would have heard that first round like, damn, they battle rapping like this? Like, yeah, that's how they use it in punchline. So, first round was cool, Charlie Clips. But Daylyt was spazzing. He did go over what they was supposed to go over. But even before that.
Yeah. And he did keep asking, y'all want me to keep going? Like, Charlie Clips was, and the thing is, Charlie Clips was nice enough to be like, yo, man, go ahead. And I think that kind of fucking might have irritated him. I mean, Charlie Clips don't really show that he's mad a lot, but I was like, I bet you this motherfucker is pissed off at this shit.
Okay.
And you could tell. But needless to say, it's not like Daylyt was coming with some bullshit. Daylyt was coming with some heat. And even before then, he was coming with some shit. But that just fucking kind of sealed it.
It was like Charlie Clips was doing what he does best. You know what I'm saying? And this is what he does. He says shit to lead up to get reactions. You know what I'm saying? Like, in his little scheme he did with the West Coast, the whole thing was supposed to be raw. But it was like, it was certain parts when he said certain people names you were supposed to react to, and it was supposed to be like, oh, wow. Daylyt didn't do that in his round. It wasn't no setup for me to deliver this. Every bar was a delivered, you know what I'm saying? It was delivered like it was already set up for something. But it wasn't a setup. It was just a straight bam, bam, bam. It was like he was just hitting him in the face every time with it when Charlie Clips was like trying to build his shit up. He didn't have enough time to do it.
Yeah, Daylyt has, I'm not going to say he doesn't have any filler in his rounds, and he didn't have any filler in the first round, but more his shit meant shit. And then you start looking into like the double and just like the shit is like, I don't know if motherfuckers even caught the shit when he was talking about like the fucking log cabin shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, Daylyt fucking doesn't really waste a lot of bars. As a matter of fact, he gets the most use out of them as he can by using his shit to mean something. And when it goes somewhere, you can tell that it really did mean something. And then when you think about it, it also meant something else. Charlie Clips uses the shit around him to kind of build up to a bunch of hot shit. And because he's freestyling and is so hot and with confidence, yeah, motherfuckers is like, yeah, it's crazy. But if you really want to compare the shit that the nigga said versus the shit Daylyt said, Daylyt had better bars. What the fuck?
That's round one.
And that's round one.
Round two. Charlie Clips. We say this. And this is where, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if Daylyt round one fucked up Charlie Clips and made him forget the shit or nothing, but I feel like he did a majority of freestyle in this round. And he started off with saying how Daylyt like to do name flips. And he don't. But you did a whole bunch of name flips. And it was just going through the days of the week.
And then it's funny because, and I'm not saying that you drew for them, I'm not, whatever. But when you did it, I was like, oh wow, you was kind of going through your days of the week, but not really in order. And I was like, once again, it's like Daylyt did some shit like that against Shotty Hard, but he wasn't flipping his name. He was doing it so he can be like, man, y'all got to stop bringing me these weak niggas. Charlie Clips, I'm not going to lie. Your first half of your second round, if motherfuckers think that that was hot, it's the same people that said you versus Conceited was a classic. Because I don't think you would admit that the first half of your second round was hot.
When you watch it again. You might have said that when you didn't watch it.
You didn't deliver with confidence. You weren't really saying anything of substance other than the name flip that you were accusing Day of that he didn't really do.
He had that Dragon Ball Z scheme.
That was not the first half. We're getting to that. And then you said, was that the one where you said you talk about cartoons?
Yes.
So you talk about the nigga talking about cartoons and video games, then say, where's that Captain America shit? Which would kind of fall under the cartoons and video games umbrella. Nigga, I love you as much as the next fan. Not as much as the niggas that say that first round was fire. Because it wasn't.
What's the second round?
I mean, the second round, I'm sorry. But that fucking first half, until you got to that Dragon Ball Z shit, nigga, that shit was mediocre at best. But just between me and you, I think that you were writing that Dragon Ball Z shit and then fucking thinking about your fucking gaps in your third round while you were rapping the first half of your second round. I think you're good enough to rap and write at the same time.
Bad. Summer Madness crowd wouldn't boo ma. Her name's Chanel. She a diva. I hit it once, I went 8. Now she could tell I'm a leader. Come hey, nigga, please. You'll get a shell from the heater. For you to survive, the doctor have to put your cell in the freezer. Speaking of cell, we in LA. A lot of platinum albums were sold here. You nice, but with all them super.
So I think when you're having your dry spots, you're actually writing at the same time. But yeah, your first half was dry, and then you do the Dragon Ball Z shit, which was fucking dope.
Yeah, it was. You know what I'm saying? You had motherfucking Piccolo in there. You had the ape shit with the tail.
The fucking you and Chilla Jones doing the fusion dance. Fucking scheme in your house, nigga. We just formed up City.
Had a cell in the freezer. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was nice, nigga.
That was really nice. That being said, if they hadn't done it first, you really couldn't have done it. So, because you were just responding to him doing a fucking Dragon Ball Z scheme.
So you had Bam. Came really good, not really well.
No, it was really well.
You know what I'm saying? The first half was mediocre with Dave name flips through the week. Something that Daylyt did already about itself.
But he wasn't even flipping the day, like we said. We wasn't even flipping his name when he did it.
Yeah, it's just something. Then Dragon Ball Z scheme,
which was hot.
Daylyt did it.
But Daylyt did it. So, and then I think I've heard a bunch of rappers say, if you bring up some shit that I've done in a battle, it must have been hot. So, you know, but yeah, yours was better by far because it was the focal point. So you did that, and then after the Dragon Ball Z, we hit another dry spot.
Then you said something about Arsenal spitting in your face. How you gonna have your Arsenal spitting in his face for 90 seconds and ain't gonna be no Joe Budden to judge?
Yeah, so you alluded to the Total Slaughter shit, which was, you know, you probably thought of that in the moment. It was a nice little punchline. So let's be real, folks. Let's break down Charlie's second round. Fucking weak ass, not weak, but a little mediocre, little rough freestyle in the beginning with the Daylyt name flips. Mm-hmm. Then the really hot shit that I think everybody is making that. I think everybody in their mind is making that Dragon Ball Z scheme 2 minutes long. But he had the hot Dragon Ball Z scheme, which was about 45 seconds long. Then with the Dream with the Million shit, which I really didn't care for. Then some more little filler. Then a couple of hot punchlines. And then your time was over. Then we get into Daylyt's second round. So I really like Star Wars and comic books, all that geek shit. I love it. I grew up with the shit. And once again, if you motherfuckers know, I like when niggas rap about shit that not a lot of other motherfuckers is really just gonna rap about. And you're not gonna find a bunch of motherfuckers rapping about fucking X-Wings and fucking Yoda and lightsabers and fucking the Force. And yeah, while he stretches the shit, he does it fucking in a creative way to where, like, even when he said fucking the whole thing about the ring and the Force, like, he was transitioning the Force into divorce. So, and this is the part where, and that's how he started his shit.
He did a Fantastic Four skit where he talked about Johnny Storm and fucking the Thing and Stretch Man and Fantastic Four, like the shit. Yeah, like the nigga was scheming the second round.
And you know what? I was like, at first when I heard the Fantastic Four shit, I was like, damn, nigga, he did the Fantastic Four shit against Lotta Zay. And then I started thinking about how much shit fucking Charlie Clips has done that he did in another battle, and how many fucking other shit that rappers have done that they've done in other battles. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna let that motherfucker slide because shit was still hot.
Daylyt does a lot of stuff he does and says in his previous battles to connect. But I feel like that's him using his own shit, pulling from his fucking deck of cards.
And I think part of the reason why I said that is because I know that somebody who thinks that I'm absolutely bananas for going this far to defend Daylyt is gonna put that shit in the comments. Yes, I thought about it too, niggas. But damn, nigga, yeah, everybody draws from that well and does that. So I couldn't even, like, at first, like I said, I even faulted it for him. And then I thought about it and I was like, well, damn, nigga, you being nitpicky, trying not to be biased against the motherfucker. But yeah, Daylyt says shit that I paused and asked people, nigga, did you just hear what that nigga say about the igloo, the cold round for the house? And so Daylight's second round was hot and way more consistent bar for bar than fucking Charlie Clips's.
I said I shine through that hard knock life, but it ain't no Annie skipping, Annie gripping. Look at the candy gripping, the long whistle or put an end to your show. Andy Griffin, pump. I said pump. Yosemite, Amityville horror, Granny will feel sorrow when the rides come. I tell her, don't cry, sis. This is just a standard crisis. He gonna figure out who Christ is when I send you to God, son.
He had that hard knock life.
Ooh.
No Annie skipping.
No Annie skipping, Annie cripping. Fucking long whistle, end your show like Andy Griffin.
Niggas was loving that shit. Fucking
What was Charlie Clips's? Yeah, so, I mean, he had motherfucking bars in his second round, and he was consistent. Man, will somebody fucking buy a lighter and send it to fucking Cloud City? Jesus fucking Christ. I even have a book of matches in my car, and I just keep forgetting by the time the fucking little green light on my MacBook starts flashing. So I gotta give Daylyt the second round.
Yeah, so look, the second round, Daylyt had the Jedi scheme. He had the Fantastic Four scheme. He had the igloo, little shit, igloo.
Cold round for the house.
Then he had he had some Godson wordplay he threw in there.
Oh yeah, fucking God mode. Where he was talking about how he had an infrared, and I think he was talking about maybe he was supposed to battle O-Red, I don't know, but that's what it sounded like. But then the nigga was talking about, so he had fucking Godson, I'm gonna send him up to Jesus, Godson. Then something about infrared and video games, God mode, where you have all of the guns and you're invincible. Second round still. You know, he didn't have a super long scheme like the Dragon Ball Z scheme. And he didn't do like this and mention Chilla Jones. But he had fucking bars.
But he did say his wife banged like William.
She banged.
So, you know what I'm saying? Daylyt had his own little shit. That was the second round. So ask yourself again when you look at it, who had more consistency
and
more material?
Who had more material and more consistent? Fuck, nigga. Damn. You said that shit hella awesome. Oh, I had to give a fucking little shake. Oh, man. So I'm fucking getting loose now. I got this fucking blunt number, I don't know what. But yeah, now you guys are starting to be like, oh yeah, that fucking Uptown Jackson is fucking hella biased towards Daylyt and already gave the nigga the first 2 rounds. And then he got this nigga fucking Ice City believing him. Well.
Oh, no. You know what I'm saying? As y'all can see, I'm just not one to just be like, oh, yeah, I'm with you, buddy.
Oh, no, nigga. If you knew the arguments we had over some battles. Yeah. But with that being said.
3rd round.
Y'all motherfuckers thought y'all hated me before.
It's crazy. Like, it's like, I'm going to tell you like this, though. For real, though. Like this, though, on some real nigga shit. Before I started, like, reviewing battles, I watched it a totally different way. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? Even then still, like, I take my little notes, you know what I'm saying? I write down what the other person said, who had more PowerPoints and shit like that. But it still is like, I do look on the delivery and how they crafted their shit together and them directing it towards the other person and shit like that. And when I was there, I was like, I think Daylyt lost round 2 and 3 because Charlie Clips came out and he talked to that nigga Mask in that 3rd round, and that's all I can remember. And it was like, that was it. You know what I'm saying? So we get into like Charlie Clips' 3rd round, and he came
pulls out the mask.
He came out with a nice, you know what I'm saying? It was a great angle. He pulled that fucking ski mask out, and he was talking to that motherfucker.
But once again, ironic that you battle a nigga known for gimmicks, talking about how bad gimmicks are with a gimmick. Just saying that. But it was hot.
Yeah. Talking about how that shit was on Schoolboy Q and it was on Young Buck. You know what I'm saying? Now it's on the nigga getting naked and battle rap.
When I put you on my face, it's to hurt something for real. I'm not trying to battle rap and get no damn views. When niggas put you on their face, it mean murder. I remember seeing your face every night on the damn news. I even remember you on Bishop face when he robbed old man Quillis with his man Q. But now you just jumping on any nigga face, masking. Honestly, I can't take it. How you go from Schoolboy Q and Young Buck album to a battle rapper that's getting naked?
Need this disguise much longer. As soon as Spider-Man's body is found, I'll collect the other half of that bill from Jameson.
I wouldn't count on that, Mysterio.
Spider-Man.
You belong on the faces of niggas that's doing all the killing, all the robbing and torture. Instead, you on the face of a nigga that's killing, battle rap, and robbing the culture. You gotta stop this shit, face mask. When I murder niggas, I leave them with no trace. You want your niggas to look they killer in the eye. I'd rather you look your killer in his whole face. So,
which didn't Daylyt had a mask before Schoolboy Q? Can somebody check the chronology of that and put that in the comments for me?
Probably so, but I know it wasn't before Young Buck. That's for sure.
Is that the G Unit dude?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying. But then you have the whole, you know what I'm saying, like Charlie Clips. Oh damn, I don't want to sound, you know what I'm saying, like I don't like you, but
we love you, nigga. The shit was hot.
Start taking some more. You taking real obvious angles. Like, you know, it's not surprising what you gonna do. It's like, it's either Charlie Clips gonna do this or he gonna do this and do this. Because then you get into him talking about Dot Mob and Tay Rock and he on the bottom like a semicolon.
Curved like a semicolon.
You know what I'm saying?
And once again, you're using, man, you incredible fucking lyrics. But I don't know if it's exactly the case to case. But I really think that fucking people will take small sections of what you do, and I think this is the root of the debatable tree. They'll take a small section of what you do, and that shit will validate your entire round.
Exactly.
Because you have to, just the pure ability that you have to freestyle and the way that you freestyle is so good that the haymakers that you deliver is like, how the fuck did he do that? And nigga, I've been in the crowd with you now a couple of times and seen you rap. Nigga, it's mesmerizing. Motherfuckers go, oh, because they don't realize what the fuck they just witnessed. And usually, on some luck shit, usually it works because the nigga is intrinsically inferior to you. this didn't happen to be the case. Are we still talking about Charlie Clips third round?
Yeah.
All right, spit some more notes, nigga.
Okay, well, you know what I'm saying. That was, well, yeah. He had the fucking, he spoke to the mask. You know what I'm saying? And that was an angle.
And then when you said the killer, the whole face thing, that's what made me think about the whole validating comment that I said.
So that whole angle was about almost half his round. And it was cool. It was a cool angle to take. It's just like everything he was saying, it just wasn't like bam to the face. You know what I'm saying? So fucking, he had his fucking rounds like that. He did his math shit. He talked about Tay-Rock with the semicolon. He got into that. Then he had called Daylyt Midnight. You know what I'm saying?
I'm talking about your name's Daylyt, but your skin is midnight.
So Charlie Clips, he had his basic angles that he took. It wasn't really like he came with super bars. He didn't really come with no haymakers.
Aside from the Dragon Ball Z thing, no real incredible schemes. And actually, I think that's what I thought I was going to see. I thought he was going to try to out-scheme, not really Daylyt, but I think he was going to try to out-scheme Chilla Jones in the Chilla Jones-Daylyt battle.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And this is a credit to Charlie Clips. You didn't, and you had your dry spots that we discussed, and this battle was just as good as the Chilla Jones battle because of your freestyle ability and your presence and your charisma. But I don't know if it was enough. It wasn't enough for me as a fan of both of you, and knowing that like there's going to be like 20 or 30 people to see this review. So I had to be, I don't want to, as fair as possible. Yeah, I had to be as fair and objective as possible. So I really had to break down, well, this, that, and the other. Did I really like this? Was that? And that's when I started to notice those dry spots and how you was formulating as you were going. And so then we get into Daylight's third round, which once again, everybody's like, Charlie Clips' third round was bananas because he pulled out a mask. Well, nigga, spoiler alert, Daylyt pulled out 2 masks.
Yeah. Ooh, damn.
So.
With a psych out loud.
With a psych out loud. So he raised you, your gimmick, with his gimmick as a rebuttal of your gimmick, +1. That's some math for that ass.
But that was like at the end. But yeah, he started off with you remember the time? I remember the time on Smack that I never spent. Like, that was hella funny.
And then once again, he talks about how in his mind, he heard the world's most respected and how the shit is the world, but in his world, it's a speck of dust.
You smell me? Tell B I kept scorching. To that Whoville, Horton, a god, to that you are elephant. Who say they the world. And all I keep hearing is little voices telling me, you can't copy respect is trust. Same people who feel like their world is everything, but all I see is a speck of dust.
Not you, per se, but there are a lot of motherfuckers that hold Smack, the man, and the league in a very, very high esteem. And if you've watched my show, you can tell that Smack is not exclusive to me as far as Premier League. See what I did once again through the shot at exclusive vodka. And Smack as a person, while I cannot deny is awesome and creative and keeps bringing things to the culture and listens to the fans, he has a lot of virtues that need to be extolled. At the same time, the man does things that or the company does things that can be questioned, and they're really not the end-all, be-all. So Daylyt was speaking to that. It's like, it's y'all's world, but y'all's world to me is just a speck of dust. So to all those motherfuckers, like, well, once again, I'm on Twitter, so I hear him, and I also joke about it. It's like, well, if it ain't on this, it don't count. If it's not on Total Slaughter, it don't count. It's like, man, you think the smack is the world? Well, fucking, it's not in the grand scheme of things, especially in where I hope Daylyt would like to go. Fucking Summer Madness is a stepping stone, a fucking footnote on the resume. Like he said, a speck of dust. So that's how he started. And that, as opposed to the ski mask, and like, that's some real shit. Okay.
Then he had that hard line where it was like elements roll out on a number or so dice.
Talking about a crap game and the periodic table. Breaking down the fucking elements.
Nigga. And then, you know what I'm saying? So that was just that. It wasn't hella. That wasn't at all. You know what I'm saying? So that like third round is still looking up. But then he did this abortion embryo scheme. You know what I'm saying?
And that's when you motherfuckers must have stopped paying attention.
Did Quill, I still birthed a new style, so the fetus guaranteed. You'll be dead, kid. Fetus dead, kid. It was over before you came out, little fella. Miscarriage. That's a Tyler tragedy. Disaster said I'm a bastard, cause I don't give a fuck about son, and I'm your father, apparently.
Exactly. Cause that shit was fucking hot and nasty.
From the embryo to the fetus to the stillborn, this nigga did a whole thing. And then, once again, the finesse of what I see when I listen to, or what I hear when I fucking listen to a Daylyt round. Nigga, he goes from the fucking abortion shit to, well, now fucking because you scheme and I scheme, but I'm the fucking father of your shit. Which, if he is or not, that's irrelevant. This is the angle that he's taking, where I'm the father of your shit, but I don't give a fuck, because now this is at the point where the father meets the son, and then the father's got to prove to the nigga, I'm still the best, and he smacks you down. And then that's where he goes about, Diz says that I'm the bastard, because fucking I fathered you, but I don't give a fuck about you, apparently. And yeah, I'm misquoting, but I'm trying to jumble all of this shit in so you can get the grand scheme from. And then he goes into fucking what I inherited, talking about from his father growing up in Watts, nigga, the pump and the shotgun. But what you gonna inherit is like Harriet Tubman, nigga, is you going underground. Like, I'm about to fucking bury you because I'm still the father of this shit, and I'm still kind of doing this shit. I'm still around, and I'm still in my whole little takeover mode. So, like, the intricacies of all of that shit that he was saying, and if you don't believe me, nigga, go back and listen to the shit. Yeah. All I'm doing is explaining, like, the references, parental, fucking father, apparently. Like, yeah, nigga, I'm just explaining this shit, and it's like, what I got from my father, what I inherited was the pump and the shot, what you inherited, Harriet Tubman, underground, like I said, the embryo, the fetus, the stillborn, fucking you was dead before you came out. Like,
the messages, bro. It's just like, yeah, and that's the thing, like, Daylyt finds a way to fucking take a scheme or a punchline and makes it involve him and whoever he's talking to. So it'll have like 2 to 3 meanings. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's not just one thing. It's not just like, you know, like I said, like you green like grass.
So already right there, I don't think you motherfuckers is vibing with everything this motherfucker is trying to say. And with that being said, so go back and listen to that shit and then think about scheme versus schemer and whatever. And then if you really still ain't thinking that Daylyt is coming with bars, then you really have to discredit Jazz's first round against fucking 40 bars.
I go fire on that last level. We are Cooper. Everybody in that van draws. We are Luther. Standing there with with the game soon as you arrive. We are loopers. That Power Range rip-off shit, VR troopers.
Because Daylyt said the fucking hoes with the hookah thing and the fucking nigga, the Luther Vandross shit.
That nigga, when I'm
both of that shit.
When I'm eating, give B-rest room, nigga.
That's Hooters.
We are Hooters. I've been looking for you little boys all night.
We are Cougars.
What? If you sleep on me, I'm gonna be in your dreams.
We are Kruger.
Oh my god, nigga, that Power Range rip off shit.
VR Troopers.
Come on, man. Like this nigga was.
Listen to that.
Like, nigga.
Don't tell me, because you can lie to me. I don't know you. You just words on the screen. But nigga, tell yourself that shit won't hot.
Clips is a
and like I said,
joke.
Nigga, 95,000 plus views. 95,000 plus views don't lie. Jazz went crazy. And if you can be like, she didn't, nigga, she said almost the same shit that Daylyt said. So I can't imagine that it won't hot when he said it. Yeah. And then he said that shit, plus nigga, be rest. We are Hooters. So, yeah, nigga.
We are troopers. I'm going fire on this last level.
We are Cooper.
This nigga, he did the spaz. He was spazzing out. So, like, really, I don't, shit. It's looking like they like 3 up.
Little bit. Little fucking bit.
I mean.
And I just want to say this to the fucking, of the 45 people that watch this shit, 20 of you know me and be like, well, nigga, you just biased towards Daylyt. You just like Daylyt. Nigga, if I was that biased and I was just doing this shit to big up the nigga, I'd be making movies with the nigga. I'd be him, University King. I'd be following along. I'd be his personal blogger. Like, I'm not. I'm just a nigga that fucking listens to this shit and fucking is like, well, niggas ain't really giving him credit because he said this. And I really like fucking the fact that he thought about VR Troopers ripping off Power Rangers. And I really like the fact that this motherfucker pulled out a mask and then had another mask and was like, psych, I lied.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? He had an answer for the shit. He was ready. He came with the makeup. So, you know, he didn't have the Spawn mask that fucking Charlie Clips couldn't even look at and formulate a whole bunch of bars from. Like, Charlie Clips had a great battle. And if you were there, it was even better than what you've seen in footage. And the footage was great. But the fact that fucking his first round, he really didn't go for the jugular. And fucking Daylyt came out swinging, even though it was a violation, but he asked kind of sort of for permission. You know what I'm saying? Then the second round, nigga, once again, Charlie Clips, the first half of your second round, as we go to look at it from an analytical point of view, was painful to watch. And then the Dragon Ball Z thing was legendary. But, you know, even giving you that second round because of that haymaker, it would still be 2-1, but Daylyt's second round was fucking hot too, and the consistency of it was just on another level because we're talking about half your fucking round. You know what I'm saying? And then, yeah, we just talked about the third round, which I think is the round that fucking Daylyt always throws in. That is where he's speaking from the heart, but the shit goes underappreciated because you motherfuckers don't understand about the smack and the speck of dust, and you're not really giving enough thought to the embryo scheme all the way, where he goes from embryo to fetus, blah, 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 stillborn, all the way to Harriet Tubman underground. Like,
because Charlie Clips comes out and he talked to that ski mask, and y'all just be like, oh shit, whoa, damn, he talked to the ski mask, and you try to, you know what I'm saying, like he tried to pull the Daylyt and throw you off. And he kind of did, you know what I'm saying?
I took pictures.
Yeah,
shit, I got pictures.
He kind of, you know what I'm saying, he did his thing. He did with Daylyt, you know what I'm saying? He kind of made you forget about Daylyt third round a little bit. and just made you really go with Charlie Clips.
Pulled out a ski mask.
And was rapping to it, and it was like, was he saying the most coldest, cleanest shit that you was quoting he said? No. Like, say what he was saying to that ski mask if it was so hot.
And then, once again, Daylyt had 2 ski masks. So he rebutted the shit, even if it was just like a plan B or whatever. Nigga, he did it. And then, so he had some shit that was deep and meaningful and hot. And then he had a bunch of quick jabs that were fucking hella cold at the hot, from the hot lines with the "We are Cougars, Krugers, we are Refs, we are Hooters," that whole part. So he had the little spaz, once again, giving you everything and consistency. So while it was very, very close, and depending on which way the wind blows, I can see if what you like is what you like and you disagree with us. As always, and it happens sometimes, and to those motherfuckers, we appreciate it when you leave a comment and tell us why you disagree. But just telling us that we disagree, we're going to chalk that up to you just didn't have the mental acuity to catch the shit Daylyt was saying. If you want to say why, then, you know, we can disregard that fucking little jab at your IQ. But that's all we ask, is why do you think we're
Don't be
wrong?
like Charlie Clips with spaz. Yeah, if you come, don't do it like some people do reviews and blogs and be like, oh yeah, Charlie Clips was spazzing, Charlie Clips left Earth, and don't give an explanation on what ship he got in and what speed he left Earth.
So if he left Earth, which, you know, for instance, I will give you, I'm going to knock the easy one out for you. This nigga left Earth with that Dragon Ball Z shit. He took Daylyt shit and flipped it to another level. Bam, this nigga went to fucking Planet Vegeta before it blew up. This nigga went to the fucking, he got in the ship and spazzed out and did an instant transmission and ended up on the giant snake bridge all the way to fucking King Yemma and knocked King Yemma in the nose. Fusion dance, scheme in your house.
Bam. So that's
the kind of thing that we want to hear. Yeah. This is Uptown Jackson. Follow me on Twitter at Uptown Jackson.
It's your nigga Ice City 510, soon to be on Twitter.
And hate us if you want, agree with us if you want, but man, be honest with yourself because you got to. Peace. That's his new thing.